What's up, guys, and welcome to another video. And the Knicks, courageous win. I mean, you could say a lot of different things about this game, but I think it's going to be all positive, man. The way the Knicks battled through adversity, it's just inspirational. I think that's going to be the key word of today. It's going to be inspirational. I know Flight says it. It's funny, but I'm being dead serious. Like, the way Josh Hart plays is inspirational. The way Deuce Bryce stepped up for Jalen Brunson was inspirational. The way Thibodeau coached was inspirational. The way the defense was inspirational. I mean, let me, first of all, on the Thibodeau front, let me actually, take away these kind of, I don't even know what's the right word. I always come on here and I forget the right word. Take away those narratives of Thibodeau is the reason why they're injured. First of all, for the Jalen injury, I can whatever. 47 seconds in the game. Can you really control that off a curl or whatever action they're trying to run? Can you control that? Can you control that? All you can control as a coach is getting that W. And I think he did a damn good job of controlling that aspect. He couldn't control the injury, but he could damn well control the outcome of the game. And he did a pretty freaking good job out on the outcome of the game. And some coaches would just lay their head down, be like, yep, it's over. And just not even try to care about, let's not even run plays for Dante. Just say screw it. My head's not even in the game. But the way Thibodeau turned around and focused on the game at hand and was like, okay, my guy's ACL might be done. But we got to focus on the game at hand. We got to be professionals. And I think that's what separates the Knicks from a lot of teams. That's what separates the Knicks from the Cavs. That separates the Knicks from like all these other Eastern Conference teams, except the Celtics, of course, because Celtics just have they have aimbot. But I mean, it's just what separates them from different teams. Just the way they can just courageously win games. And you can steal these type of games. Yes, I don't want to hear it. The Knicks are the better team than the Cavs. Well, going into this game, you're losing 4 starters. So I don't care if we're a better team or not. This was a steal of a win. This is what you get. You finish the second seed, you get out of there with a win. I don't care if Donovan Mitchell's out. Doesn't equate to 4 very impactful players for the New York Knicks. 2 of them being an All-NBA and superstar player. Well, one player being an All-NBA player, one player being a superstar player, one player being a DPOY candidate, and one player being probably the best offensive rebounder in the league. So that's way more impactful than just 30-point per game score. As good as Donovan Mitchell is, I'll go on and on how good Donovan Mitchell is playing this season with the Cavs injuries in the start of the season. Talking about injuries, with the injuries of the Cavs in the start of the season, he did great of keeping them afloat. But man, he does not equate to what the Knicks are missing. And they fought. The Knicks fought. And my problem with the Cavs, they are not mentally tough. They have no I feel like it's just they're not like you could get beaten up. Man, they gotta realize that once you get in the playoffs, you need to be mentally tough. You need to be physically tough. But man, it don't matter if you're 7 foot. I think Evan Mobley. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let me look at the rebounds because I saw a stat. Josh Hart 19 rebounds. Evan Mobley and Allen combined for 18. But I actually want to see this for myself. So Evan Mobley had how many rebounds? 13 rebounds. Allen had 7. So 13 plus 7 equals 20. I don't want to get the math wrong. That'll look awful. 20. And then Josh Hart himself had 19. So he's giving me false information. But man, it's 1 point. It's 1 rebound off. So it's like you cannot let a 6'6" power forward or 6'6" forward. My bad, 6'6" forward. Josh Hart will be so mad if I call him a power forward because he does not want to be that. You can ask him. 6'6" forward, out rebound your top 2 like Like your top two Eiffel Towers. Like your two Eiffel Towers. You can't have them get out rebounded by a 6'6" forward. I don't care if he specializes in rebounds. And I don't care if he's a hustle player. You have two 7-footers. You have to get a rebound. You have to. And you have to out rebound that 6'6" forward by more than one. That has to be fixed. I know. I mean, man, I don't even know if that's fixed by personality. You just have to be mentally tough. You have to be ready to take hits. Josh Hart's going to give you hits. But Josh Hart really does that because he doesn't respect you. He's respecting the bigs on the Cavs. I can hit them all I want. They don't care. They're not mentally tough. I mean, that's why it's food. It's a continental breakfast when we play them because all of their bigs cannot rebound. And they bring in shooting, which is great. I think you have to make the playoffs first before you can make a move because you have to ride out. I think the Thunder are going to do that. They're going to realize what they need is probably big men, and they're going to get exposed for it in the playoffs. But that's only going to make their rebuild even better. They're building up even better. Not like they're rebuilding from a terrible team. No, that's only going to make their building better. So the Cavs had to realize they had no shooting, but you also had no rebounding. And I think you didn't really go over with Mobley now. You have to be freaking mentally tough. When you play teams like the Knicks, when you play teams like the Heat, you have to be able to be mentally tough. And you're going to have to be able to take hits. And you have to, grab that ball and value your possessions because the Knicks will take it. They don't care who they have on the court. They will take it from you because they have that mentally tough and they're physically tough and they'll out physical you. And also, I know coaches say, "Oh, the Knicks are physically," but mentally they're tough. There's two Villanova guys that are really, really close with Jalen Brunson, and they went out and played. I know that's what their job is, but they did not look like they cared. Which that could be harsh, but that's what they have to. They look like they didn't care, and they also performed like they didn't care. That's not a bad thing. I don't know why I'm saying that as a bad thing. No, they performed like they weren't really like they performed, and I think the way they performed kind of told the team that the Villanova guys are going crazy. The Villanova guys are kind of like let's play. Like okay, he got injured. It's awful. It's an awful situation, but let's keep going. And I think the Villanova guys do that. Everyone follows suit. Everyone's like, okay, if the Villanova guys are thinking this way, then we got to think that way because let's go with the guys who are closest with Jalen, who are probably impacted the most, other than his dad, because his dad kind of went in the locker room with them. We got to follow suit. I think I think Rick Brunson came back to the bench, which kind of shows something, which kind of shows that he's fine. And I think it kind of gave the team more juice. And I think also Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, being back with the team just gives the team another positive feeling in their body of let's go get this win because Julius and not RJ, Julius and OG are right there. They're this close to returning. So if we can get these W's and we can rack them up, then we get them back. So it's just giving you positive reinforcements, and I think the Knicks need that. And I think the Knicks need everything they can get right now. And they stole one in Cleveland. That I didn't have them. I honestly was surprised they won, but when Donovan Mitchell was hurt, I would say, okay, this Knicks team's going to dominate them on the boards, and they got nothing to contradict that. Which Donovan Mitchell would be a damn good thing to contradict the rebounding battle. The Cavs didn't have anything, and they got dominated. Bottom line, there's no hiding from it. You can't hide from it. You can't, because then that's when you become losers. That's when you become losers and you don't win in the playoffs. They're such a young team; they could turn around. They could definitely turn around. Get far in the playoffs, but they just got to be mentally strong. And I think it just separates them from other teams like the Heat, like the Knicks, and it just separates them from those teams because they just aren't mentally and physically tough. And it starts with J.B. Biggerstaff just not reinforcing that you have to be mentally tough to especially play the Knicks, to especially play teams like the Heat, and they're gonna play teams like the Magic who are gonna defend the hell out of you and are gonna be physical. Like you have to beat them. It's not going to be all soft and fun and games when you get in the playoffs or when you get into closer games where you need to win this. Knicks had a chip on their shoulder, and the Cavs couldn't take it away. So that's it. I'm not hating on the Cavs because I just don't like them. I mean, I do. I don't like it because I'm a Knicks fan, but it's obviously just because they need to be told, and I think JB Biggerstaff needs to be telling them this type of stuff, and I think it's only going to help them. If you tell them, hey, you're getting dominated, I think they understand that, but the coach isn't telling them that, and I think it shows on the coach's part of just continuously getting dominated by a team that already dominated you in the playoffs. Do you have any sense of gamemanship that you don't want to go out and dominate a team that absolutely dominates you last season? It doesn't make any sense to me. It kind of really shocked me that this Cleveland Cavaliers team didn't even have a chip on their shoulder. But the Knicks just took it. The Knicks just snatched the win. That's it. Shout out the Knicks. What a win. And let's go Knicks. Subscribe to our post notifications. Spotify. Peace out. Have a nice day. And let's